Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson square off against one another in The Hustle, a less than subtle comedy that nevertheless has quite a few belly laughs embedded in it. Both are con artists. Anne Hathaway is Josephine, very successful at seducing men and ripping them off for targeted items, like diamond bracelets worth $500,000. Her portfolio is a multi-million-dollar enterprise. Penny, the Rebel Wilson character, is low-key in comparison, conning a few $100s out of male jerks with promises of fictitious boob jobs for girls they've met on the internet. Jo lives in a mansion in Beaumont-sur-Mer on the French Riviera. When she realises that this crass Australian is about to invade her territory, a turf war begins between the two of them. Jo wants Penny out of town, but she proves difficult to budge. They decide on a plan. Whoever can get $500,000 out of a young tech billionaire stays in town, the other leaves. Their various efforts to seduce him and play him are outrageous.
Come through. Yep, blind person walking here. If this person would just scoot over, would you mind, sir?
You'd have to be gutsy to take on Rebel Wilson, as some media in this country have found to their cost, but I must admit that Anne Hathaway throws herself into the role with gusto. And watching Rebel Wilson in action, you have to admire her for her comic timing and her willingness to make an absolute idiot out of herself on screen. I think she's smart. I did laugh out loud at some of their antics. It's the first feature film from Chris Addison, a former stand-up comic who's moved into directing through television, mainly through his association with Armando Iannucci. He directed a number of episodes of Veep. And I think he's done a good job with this over-the-top material that could so easily get out of hand and fall flat. Part of the fun is with Emma Fryer's costumes, and Hathaway's are flights of fancy that just add to the fun of the whole. Veteran cinematographer Michael Coulter, he shot 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, Love Actually, Sense and Sensibility, brings a sun-drenched, bright look to the film, perfectly in keeping with the subject matter. It's not most probably going to be up there in the Oscar nominations, but it's a light-hearted cinema experience that I'm sure will have audiences going along with this crazy ride. 3.5 stars.
Release the peasants!
She must mean pheasants.
Don't worry, darling. She's a tad or sure.
That was unexpected. I may have been a bit of a bitch when we first met.
Oh.
And when I posted this.